Hi guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Mine is good. It started well. It was a very weak finish of the week, but a good start. Today is Monday. Let's say it's a fair start. I've been feeling a bit low, but that always happens. So I think for me, my mind flex is I'm not going to allow feelings of negativity in my brain. So I try my best. It's not easy. It's not a cup of tea, I tell you, but man, you have to try. So today, I am currently waiting for a doctor's appointment in the next probably 15 minutes, and so I thought to just stop here and leave like 4 pointers that I'd like to touch on. The journey that I am on, that is of weight loss, is very difficult, and I know that this is not just my journey. Kila mtu ako na journey yake. Everybody has their own journey, and it is not an easy one. We have people who are dealing with health issues, the people who just given birth maybe to a second child, even a first child, and the weight is immense and you don't even know what to do. And you know what weight can do? It can really bring down your self-esteem. Even when something small happens that is not at all connected to your weight, it always somehow ends up being connected to your weight. Always. I have no idea how we are able to perceive and do that. So most of the time, when you don't have a positive self-image, or when you don't see yourself in the place that you want to be, everything else, even when somebody tells you something that is that probably is not even connected to your weight, somehow eventually it becomes connected. And so today I wanted to just come here and talk about that, and talk about some of the challenges that I have faced, trying to get myself to a good place. I am personally an emotional eater. I am one who, number one, first, when I am on my menses, before I get on my menses, I am a wreck, literally. And I realized that very early on, that I am normally a wreck. And how I know when I start getting there is that I have cravings that I don't even understand. Like, I can want, one of the things that I love most is Oreos and fried foods. I can even eat at night, as in, me, I'm just crazy, So I realized that that's one of the things that has really failed me as a person. I also, when I am not stable in my mind, when my emotions are all over the place, I also tend a lot. Comfort food is supposed to make you feel better. I don't know what it's supposed to do, because the truth of the matter is, in the moment it feels so good, but later when the weight piles, it doesn't feel so good. Sometimes you look at yourself in the mirror and I did this. I know, Joy, I did this to myself. I, by myself, held me and took me there. And so to start to realize, I think one of the things that I most appreciate about this journey is how intentional I have become in wanting to know what triggers me. And I will talk about emotional triggers and how I've been able to deal with those. But today, I just wanted to put out an encouragement and 4 things that you could look at to help you to start on the journey. Most of us, we try to start on the journey and we are always saying, I'm going to start on Monday, or I will just plan and start. And somehow you just find yourself not starting. It is time for you to sit down and actually be honest with yourself. We have so many issues in our lives that if we focus on all those issues, we will not be able to do much. You have to take a goal and then break it down into small steps. And the first thing that I need to tell you about your goals is that, for example, if you're a mother, you are a career person, of course you're at work, you have stress for work, you're parenting your children, of course, parenting. As a parent, you never even feel good enough. At no point do you ever feel good enough for your children. You're always feeling like you should be better than, so there's so many aspects of life that give you pressure and stress. And so the one part that probably is the place that you go to is when you go to eat and you sit down and can have a beautiful meal for yourself. And that's the point that you can say, maybe I'm having a good time. Do you take time to find out what you would want to do, what other ways you would use that are positive for you, that would give you a better outlook of life and even make you more productive in these other areas of your life. So number one is that we have to prioritize ourselves. You have to put yourself first, and you have to say, it's time for me to put myself first. It's time for me to start to notice and to know what things are important to me. Basically, self-care and self-love. Self-care is to first start to understand, do you know the things that make you happy as a person, and do you do those things? Do you know things that you can do that probably don't require money, that you'd really enjoy to do by yourself without anybody else? And that is so important to first realize and understand. The first thing that I did for myself is that I told myself, I know it is difficult to start, it is very hard to start, but I have to start. Okay, so how do you start? You start by making a choice of the meal that you're going to have. So for me, the first thing that I did was, the small goal I set for myself is, I said that I have to have a meal that is going to be good for me, that when I sit back and look, I'll be saying, okay, I had a good healthy meal and I'm happy about that. That's the first thing I did. I didn't even start with all those things in my previous videos. I've told you about planning and all that. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to start to plan to be better, but even before planning to be better, I wanted to start today, to start making choices so that my mind can start to flex. And I'll tell you about the mind flex. But the day I decided it's time for joy to change, I did not have money to buy food probably and start saying, this is the lifestyle change I want, and this is what I want to do. Oh, I'm gonna batch cook, I didn't start there. I started with making the choice of the meal that I had on that day. And I remember waking up in the morning and having black tea. I did not have coffee in the house. I had black tea on that day. And so I said, I'm not gonna have tea with sugar. I know this black tea is not all that, but I'm going to have it. So when later I looked back, I was like, the day and all the choices I made on that particular day were good choices. I had a salad, I had 2 fruits, I remember I had 2 apples actually, and just making those choices slowly. And it was not easy. Of course, on the first day I wanted more tea, so what I did is I bought coffee, and I had like 3 cups in the day of coffee. And on that day also, I have a bottle of water, and I carried my water, and I made sure that I took my water. The next day I did the same. I woke up in the morning and actually thought about me today. And I woke up, and I didn't just wake up and put my legs down. I woke up and I said, what am I going to eat today? And I had beans. I remember I had beans on that day. I didn't eat rice. I just had beans and cabbage. For lunch, of course, for breakfast, I had my black coffee, and I had a toast of bread. That was toasted. I love toasted bread. And I had an egg, 1 egg. And I went on like that, and slowly started weaning myself off sugar and reduced on the carbs completely. I knew that I needed to plan, of course, and it was gonna take me like 2 weeks to get myself to the program that I wanted to get on, but I started to make the choices early. And so this is what I mean. The first thing that you need to do, don't think about exercise. Stop thinking. Don't think too much. Make the goal very small for yourself. Think about what you're going to have right there. Like, don't sit in the hotel and ask for fries. As in, sit down and actually think, what healthy thing can I eat today? Probably it's 2 eggs, a toast of bread, and black coffee. Do that, okay? Leave there knowing that I have made a good choice for myself. I might not probably like this meal very much, but it is better because I'm making, there's some choices I'm trying to make for myself, and this is going to help me to go through that. So I hope that that is one point that really does help you to make choices first, where you put yourself first. Remember that you make the choice for yourself 1 meal at a time. And remember, it does not require you first to plan. It requires you to flex the mind and tell yourself that you need to make the choice for your meal. Even before lunchtime comes, make the choice. Decide now, I'm going to eat this and this and this because they are the healthy options. And so that is going to be the start of you giving yourself self-care. Number 2, muscle flex. Remember when you go to the gym and you're told to do a plank, and the way it is difficult, especially when you're big, yeah, and your hands and your legs cannot carry the rest of your body into that plank. But the trainer still tells you, do that plank even if you do it for 30 seconds, even if you do for 20 seconds, do it. Why? Because today you've just done 20 seconds, tomorrow you'll do 25, the other day you'll do 30 seconds, and probably if you continue to do on to give yourself the challenge every day, by the time we're hitting a week, you'll be doing 45-second plank or even a 1 minute plank, depending on the kind of tenacity that you have on it. Yeah, we all are different. The one thing that I need you to realize is that the mind has to change. The mind has to change. I told myself that I will stop telling myself that it is impossible. There's nothing that is impossible. Everything is possible. How come you wake up in the morning and you prepare your children, you talk to them, as much as sometimes you think you're not a good parent, you still are able to provide for them, and you go to work and you're able to become productive and even sometimes even get accolades at work because of what you do, but you don't want to tell yourself that you can actually make a decision for your body and it works. It's because you have made the choice for it not to work. From today, I will not say that it is impossible. If I say I'm going to have a black coffee, 2 eggs, 2 fried eggs, and toast, I will not think that that's little food. I'll tell my mind, imagine that food is enough for you today. It is enough for your breakfast, and have that breakfast and continue to have my water for the rest of the day. So until my next meal, or other snack, maybe nuts, something that you decide you're going to have. Taking care of yourself is not going to be done by anybody else but yourself. So it is important that you start to make those choices. Remember, just the way that you go to the gym and you do a plank and you continue on, and probably in a week or 2 weeks you're doing way better than when you started. It is the same thing with your mind. If you continue to tell your mind negative things, if you continue to entertain those negative thoughts, they'll continue to rule what it is that you decide to do on a daily basis. So please make the choice and tell yourself, I will not. You'll catch yourself saying it and stop yourself. For me, I catch myself saying, nasikia njaa. I'm like, nasikia njaa, sisikii njaa, si nimekula tu sahi. Nimekula, so kunywa maji Joy. Kunywa maji. Itakutosha. And for sure, pole pole, I start realizing I actually don't need. And if you remove the sugars, kwanza remove sugar from your diet and tell me if you get hungry. You'll get hungry the first day, second day. By the third day, you'll start to move on into understanding that your body can actually do without that sugar, and it's going to be the thing that is going to curb all your hunger fast. And then now you continue to understand that water is very important for you. Allow your brain to muscle up. Allow your brain to muscle up with positive things that you tell yourself. And positive things are things like, my food over lunch hour is going to be beans and cabbage. It's going to be enough for me. I'll just have a small bowl, not too much. I know I will be satisfied. When you eat that and you're like, nasikia ni kama nataka ingine, utama, no, you know, my mind requires 20 minutes to register that nimeshiba. So I need to get out of this hotel and go home or go to the office and continue on taking my water as the day progresses, or have a fruit after that. And so continue to do that for yourself until your mind gets to the place where you cannot entertain anybody, even people around you talking negatively about losing weight, because that is the one thing that takes us backwards. And remember, there's no pressure. It's 1 meal at a time. If you make a mistake, it is not the end of life. You just continue on and say, I'll make a better choice in my next meal. The third thing is to plan and shop and prepare for the days to come. As you continue to make the choices where you're going to start to withdraw some things from your system, you remember that now planning ahead and batch cooking so that you do not get tired, because if you don't plan for these things, you're going to fail. They say if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So don't fail to plan. As you continue to start to remove some things from your system, remember that you need to plan ahead and start saying, because this is a journey I am taking, what are the things, what is the structure I want to follow, and probably create that structure for yourself. I will come back and continue with this video. Just let me go have my appointment and then I get back here. Hey guys, I'm back. Yeah, so we're talking about planning, shopping, and preparing for the days to come. And we said that if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Remember that being that the journey of weight loss or doing things that are supposed to be good for your body, sometimes you will need to cook for yourself. Probably instead of going to eat in a restaurant, you need to carry your own food. And so making those particular choices, even before you start doing gym, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to do, so you do what? No, before you even get there, you need to check on your food. So one of the things that I would say is that this planning, preparing, shopping is so important. I have done 2 videos. There's a part 1 and a part 2. They show you like my journey of just preparing for my own meals and how I do it. You can go catch them. I will link them up here so that you're able to see them. But go and watch them so that you're able to sort of understand how to start to prepare. And remember that as you start to prepare, it doesn't mean that you're all over the place eating everything. You're starting to wean yourself off things that you shouldn't be eating. And remember, even when you make a different choice, if you decide to have a pizza today and probably the whole week you've been eating right, don't beat yourself. That is such a small percentage of, you're not spoiling anything. You know, one of the things that we fail ourselves on also is that we when you make one small wrong choice, we magnify it so much and give up on the whole process, yet you have been doing so well with the weaning off, probably, or even after you've already done the planning and all, and you have stuck to your system, but you failed once. Or let's not, I don't like to call it failure, but you just made a wrong choice. Even if you've decided this is the way, you can make a choice that is against that particular direction, and that one choice does not mean that you give up on the whole process. So please grace yourself. Grace yourself, grace your mind, grace your body, grace yourself. And remember that you need to flex the mind, but grace that mind also, so that you don't beat yourself up. Okay, it's you na tumesema it's small goals. So if it's small goals, sometimes you're not able to meet a goal. When you're not able to meet a goal, try again tomorrow. Okay, and always remember, we are not thinking about 1 week from now. We are thinking about our next meal, not a week from now. Today, like my next meal is lunch, I already know what I'm eating. That's all I need to deal with. I don't need to deal with much more. Okay, so plan for it so that you know what you're gonna be eating and you don't have to have stress over that. I hope that is helpful. When you're hungry, I think this I mentioned that remember that sometimes you just need sips of water. Sometimes you think you're hungry but you're really not. Your mind is not hungry, so sip water many times in a day and you will see that it will curb your hunger. Positive attitude. Do not badmouth yourself. Do not badmouth your process. Do not badmouth the things that you want to do. You have the next meal that is the opportunity for you to make a better choice. Okay, are they 4? Gosh, I don't even write if they are number 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 5 pointers. Number 1, it looks hard to start, but start anyway. Just start by making the choice of the meal that you're going to have next. That's it. Number 2, we've said allow your mind to flex. Allow the brain to flex its muscles and to become stronger. You become stronger in the mind, you're going to become stronger in the resolve that you make to change your body. Number 3, start to plan, to shop, and to prepare for the days to come. And you don't have a place where you're going to say, oh, I didn't have food to eat, that's why I made a wrong choice. Start to plan about how do you want to be eating your meals and what do you need to do. Number 4, we have said that you're not always hungry, so sip some water, eat a snack, and a snack is fruit, a particular fruit. Don't eat a fruit salad. Eat a fruit, pick a fruit and choose that as your snack. And remember that not every time you feel hungry, you're actually hungry. You are thirsty. So take some water and you're gonna be fine. And number 5, we've said no bad mouthing yourself. Positive attitude always. Don't badmouth yourself. Don't beat yourself up. I hope this particular 5 pointers are gonna help you to start. I really hope that you start And if you haven't, I am here to encourage you, because even for me, it has not been an easy journey making the choices to be able to do something about me. We do things for people, we do things for careers, nini, lakini where we are concerned, you almost like take a back seat. Why do you take a back seat when it comes to you? That's a good question, right? Take a front seat. Take charge of your life, yeah? And enjoy taking charge of your life, because it feels good when you make those choices, and later, let me tell you, that feel good that you have for self goes all around in many other aspects of your life. And I assure you, you're gonna become a better parent, a better spouse, a better partner, a better business partner. You're going to be so good or more productive in other areas of your life, just because you put yourself first. So take the front seat, take the driver's seat for your life, and I hope that that is going to be the beginning of you making better choices for yourself. They say humans, we are inherently just lazy, as in afadhali tu ulale. So decide uamke ufanye yoga, decide uamke you do stretches, decide uamke and you make a different choice for your food. Sindio? Sawa, I hope you are blessed. I hope you have enjoyed this particular video. If you like it, please remember to share, to like, to subscribe and comment, because I'd like to know what you think and the things that you're going through. I love to hear that, because it makes me feel that I am not alone in this journey of this life that I've chosen of changing my lifestyle and becoming a better person. And I hope that you're also doing the same in your own small space, wherever you are. You're going to change the world a day at a time. So I'm looking forward to changing the world one meal at a time, one day at a time. Remember that change starts with you, and this body is your choice. Mimi singojei kupatiwa mwili mpya binguni, nataka mwili mzuri hapa duniani. Remember to be a legend and to be a hero. For who? For yourself. Have a fantastic day and God bless you. Mwah. Ciao.